It's the game the Six Nations just could not make happen, but that doesn't mean that Rugby Challenge 4 can't bring you the fixture here on your home of rugby. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the fixture that was never supposed to happen. Hello everyone and welcome back along to your home of rugby and the Six Nations matchup that we may never get to see. It's France versus Scotland, and it is set to be an entertaining and brutal fixture. For this matchup, we've gone for the lineups that the two teams used in their previous Six Nations matchup, having the two teams in as they line up. In the front row, as we always start, Bailey, Marchand and House will be the 1, 2 and 3 for the French. Up against them, Sutherland, Turner and Ferguson, who will don that number 3. Moving into the second row is Bernard Leroux and Paul Willemse, who wear 4 and 5. Up against them for Scotland, Scott Cummings and Johnny Gray. Into the back row, and it's Anthony Geelong, Charles Olivon and Gregory Aldred, who will wear the 6, 7 and 8. Up against them will be Blake Thompson, Hamish Watson and Matt Ferguson wearing number 8. The battle of the scrum halves will be entertaining. Antoine Dupont up against Ali Price, and in the number 10 jersey, Mathieu Jalbert up against Finn Russell. There's plenty of fireworks in the midfield. Gal Faku, James Lang for Scotland, and in 13, Arthur Vincent up against Chris Harris. On the left wing is Gavin Valera up against Duhan van der Merwe, and on the right-hand side, Damien Pinot and the elusive Darcy Graham. Wearing the number 15 jumper, Bryce Doolan for France, and of course captain Stuart Hogg for Scotland. This is a really interesting matchup that will be entertaining and exciting to watch. The two reserve benches for the sides look stacked and ready for action. It will be interesting to see how early and how many of these substitutes come on the field as this game wears on. But France versus Scotland, this is going to be exciting. Buckle yourselves in. We are ready for action. It's France at home who will be donning the blue that both of these two sides favour. Scotland going for the alternative kit tonight of white. We are underway. France kick off their game. Jalbert goes long and it's picked up from Ali Price for Scotland. And the boys in white set about their tasks nice and early. Fired through. George Turner starts it off and eventually puts it through the 22. Turner again, finding it nicely out to Cummins. They get a little bit fancy in the forwards with James Lang.
Release.
Is the one to take it into contact. A couple of metres now out of the 22. Pick and go from Price as he gets an easy 4 or 5 metres on that little run. Sutherland waits for it. Goes back to Lang and he drills this towards the sidelines, and that's out in the full. Oh, that is a terrible error from James Lang. Well, getting the blame there from the cameras on Scott Cummings, but I don't know what he has to do with the action. Here's the throw. Julien Marchand. He's lost it. Big turnover there. The man we just spoke about, Scott Cummings, gets the turnover for Scotland. And they maul it. Big pile of bodies in there. Price has to play it. Skips out, goes to Russell, who knocks the ball on. The hard work of the forwards. So quickly undone. France now on the attack, looking to make the Scots pay, and offloads are plenty. Brilliant work there from France. Eventually it's Leroux who takes it to ground. A good bust though from plenty of big players. Bailey involved as well. Hulse and Leroux all getting in the thick of the action.
Set.
Will be Antoine Dupont who will feed the scrum on the 22-metre line. Big hit from France. Dupont runs, holds it up, finds support around the outside. Bang up and shoot it now from Valeri. Oh, he's hammered. Big tackle from Stuart Hogg. It was almost a try. Gavin Valeri was just there. Oh, it's a quick ball. Try to France already. Anthony Geelong scores, and it's a big first try for the number 6. Well, he comes from nowhere. Huge play from Valeri. Look at him go so close to the line. Hogg says denied access, but it's popped up short. Geelong, look at him, slips back on the inside and calmly runs around the outside of a very ambling Xander Ferguson and plants that comprehensively down for the opening try of the matchup. Mathieu Jalbert with the conversion attempt, and he just gets that on the outside of the right hand upright. Good attempt, but not quite good enough French lead is established, but it is just the 5 points to nil. Here's Russell getting us back underway, kicking off deep down, right on the French 22. And Bailey is the man there who takes it down for France and setting about their work now. Dupont goes short, and now they throw again. It's shot nicely away to this hooker, and Mashan gets it outside and almost a breakaway. The man who sparked it the first time round, Gavin Valeri, almost doing it again for France. The ankle tap, desperate defence on the outside, keeping him intact. Darcy Graham pulled up early on the fence very quickly. Good win there from France to the line.
Advantage.
Oh, Dal Ficou absolutely axed. Speaking of Darcy Graham, he's picked up the loose ball there, and now Ali Price is having a bit of a run. Waiting for it there, Cummins. Back to his front row buddy, and that great little offload.
Advantage over.
Joins the line and knocks it on as well. Just about for Scotland again. Chris Harris chases it down. But Stuart Hogg injecting himself at pace here. Watch the ball around the corner from George Turner. Hogg nails his line. And if we could only find that ball to Harris, we could have been in for the first Scottish try of the night.
Set.
As it stands, France will have the scrum. Dupont feeds Scotland, liking their chances of a little bit of a pushback. Here's Dupont, holding the play up. Nicely around the corner, the offloads. Here's Ficou again, beating one defender and knocking the ball on again. He's not having a good night so far. Go Ficou. A couple of errors there may cost this team in the long run. It's now Hamish Watson finding a bit of room down the short side. France trying to counteract. They don't find anything on this side. Gowan eventually goes back. And the referee sees no advantage for the knock on from Ficou, and we will have another scrum. As this game's starting to get a bit messy now. Both sides making errors, both sides making the mistakes. 5-0 the scoreline. Half an hour gone as Scotland set their players into action. Russell, slips it back inside. It's a nice little play from Lang as he finds supporting runs from his forwards, and it's a turnover, France. Big play. Aldred finding the turnover in the breakdown, and France defuse that set play with ease, and they get support. Leroux offloading brilliantly. Gobert, outside he goes. Big chance for the outside centre, but he's put it touch Arthur Vincent. Oh, that was almost magic from France, how quickly they can cut you up and send you back into your own half. Line out one by Johnny Gray, and Scotland set about work again. Price kicks, that's interesting. No in the back, Bryce Doolan up in the line, here he is. Trundling back, waits for it to go over the line. And I think, yes, he has just got away with that one. So back to the 22 they go. Talavera goes, well, for a flat one. He finds grass as well, but he eventually finds Darcy Graham. It's back to Russell. Good tackle. French defence was very solid in its chasing line there. Here's Harris. Shot ball, brilliant as well to Sutherland. Sutherland's in behind. His support's there from Ferguson in the offload to Darcy Graham. That is magic from Scotland. One of the great Six Nations tries, all boosted through the middle. Darcy Graham on the outside. Don't let the ball die. Keep it alive at all costs. And Scotland finally hit back. Wow, this was nice from Harris. Look at that, bang. He hits it beautifully to Rory Sutherland. The support's there from Matt Ferguson. And he looks outside. He sees the white lightning of Darcy Graham. No one stopping him that close to the line. Unopposed, easy running for the man on the right wing. Finn Russell, way out on the edge, hits that okay. Is it going to come in? It doesn't. Oh, that is close. Very, very tight there for Russell. He just could not get it to come back, even a whisker. And we remain all tied up as we are 3 seconds from the halftime hooter. There it is. Halftime is here. 5-5 is the score. Scotland and France all tied up at the break. As Ferguson drags it in, and Russell, he's gone straight for touch here. And, well, Dillon wasn't too impressed with it at all. He didn't want to play that one, but he's been forced his hand as the ball stays in the field. And France now down their own 22, being forced to work it out. They're offloading, throwing. I wouldn't call it too composed here from France. Eventually goes back to Fiku, who kicks away from Stuart Hogg. He eventually gets over to it. He puts a soft little kick in. Oh, big tackle there. Running in from nowhere. Big hit from James Lang. Pick and go. Dupont finding a little bit of room around the fringes. France up to halfway now. It's another strong run there from Geelong. And it could be a turnover here. This is a big play. Remember, we are almost 10 minutes into extra time. It's Cummins has a run. And he goes straight back to where the phase just started. And Scotland have more possession on their side. Neither team willing to end this half as another hit up through the middle. Oh, another turnover for France. That's a big play. Now they look out wide. Big opportunity here for Vincent. Arthur Vincent, one-on-one. Oh, Stuart Hogg goes high. Takes him with a big clothesline tackle. And that should be a yellow card. Well, Hogg shakes his head and goes back to where he should be, and France are going to the corner. Oh, I don't believe this. 52 minutes on the clock, 5-5 to score, and they now look to Julian Marchand to throw into this line-out. Marchand to throw, to the back he goes, it's claimed from Olivon, and they set up now. Dupont runs out to the back line, charging run straight into traffic, 5 metres out. Ball back for Dupont, goes back towards traffic. Willemse loses a metre or two. Dupont again. It's 1-out rugby of the forwards at the moment. It's a charging one for Aldrin. Gets them a little bit closer to the uprights, but no closer to the line. What a pass out wide, and surely a try there. No, stopped in its track by Stolen. Amazing work, but it's come back, and he's done it again. He has done it again. Anthony Geelong has scored a second try, and it's completely against the flow of the match. Expansive, a little bit of width, and the big blindside flanker has just trundled off the touchline around the fringe and scored another try. Poor work defensively there. Ferguson on one side, Price on the other. Neither interested in stopping the big man, Anthony Geelong. I've seen it all now. He's really having a cracker of a game. He sees the weaknesses. And here is a conversion. Oh, that's a shocker. An absolute shocker from Jalabert. And the score will remain at 10 points to 5. 3 tries in the half. No conversions. This one is going to be an interesting second 40 minutes as we head to the break. Finally, we've had almost an hour of rugby. 20 minutes more than we should have, but at 5 points to 10. It is France leading the way, but it's not much on the stats board. 51-49% possession, but it's territory easily to Scotland. They're working a bit harder on the defence, but both sides struggling to make those possession abilities turn into points. And at the moment, that little piece of magic from Anthony Geelong is all that is separating these two sides. We are back for the second half, and Finn Russell is getting the game back underway high into the French half, and a good take there from Marvin House. He sets it up for his team. Dupont eyes a little gap, goes deep to a hard running fullback. Bryce Doolan up into the line, eventually taken down from Paul Willemse. Just outside their 22 now. Dupont, he does get a kick away, but on the fly it's caught here from Stuart Hogg. And Scotland are going to launch a bit of a counter-attack here. Now's the chance for Lang. Outside he finds Russell. Russell breaking the line. Oh, outstanding work. Hamish Watson, who's almost away. Great tackle, saving the day there from Bryce Doolan. Here's Price. Oh, Harley Price should have gone left. There was a player unmarked out there on the left-hand side. Now it waits for Turner. He goes himself. Harris, that's a high tackle. That's a high tackle. And this could be trouble. I think Matthew Jalabert is going to the bin. Yellow card. Yellow card for France. And Jalabert's gone. 10 minutes in the bin. And yes, we see the T coming out for Scotland, surely. Finn Russell can't miss this one. Right in front, 22 out. And he slaps it over, no mistake there. France have conceded straight away. And Scotland creep just that little bit closer, 10 points to 8. Well, what impact will that yellow card have on this matchup? The lead for France is just 2 as they kick the game back on. Well taken there from Turner. He just sticks the big mid out and he manages to hang on to it. Price goes short. Sutherland, big hitter for the Lucian prop. Price again. Runs himself, offloads nicely to Watson. Oh, that's good for Lang as well as they charge straight through. Blake Thompson into the action. Here's Ferguson going short to Cummings as he gets another few metres very easily at the moment for Scotland. Lang picks and goes. Oh, big ball out wide from Lang. And now here's Darcy Graham. One to beat Graham. He takes on Doolan again and Bryce Doolan hammers him into touch. He's going nowhere. As good as he has been, Darcy Graham just got smashed one-on-one into touch. Now France look to attack again. Here's Fickle. Oh, he still can't hold on to the ball. No one touched him. He had a free license to run. Watch this replay from the lineouts. Dupont skipped, went to Fickle. Look, he had no one there. He just went ambling straight out the middle of the park.
Bind. Set.
And the first man that touched him, he knocks the ball on. Cal Fickle is having an absolute nightmare out there. Here is Price. Oh, huge pass out wide to Harris. Harris gives one more. Vandermeer, a nice little ball inside Hamish Watson. He's still got Harris with him. And Chris Harris on the outside will give the game back in the favour of Scotland. It's a massive payoff now as the yellow card period has wielded 8 points for the kick to come. Big game-changing moments for Scotland. Set play from the scrum. Ali Price holds it up. Out wide he goes. Harris gives it to Duhan Vandermeer. Beautifully back inside to a hard running and he just doesn't run out of steam. Does Hamish Watson. He got all the way from the scrum on the right-hand side across to the left to support the run of Vandermeer. Then to give it back outside, take out the defender and Bryce Doolan. That is a brilliant try from Scotland. The conversion, however, not so good. 13-10. Scotland lead. It is Scotland who lead for the first time tonight as well. They leave it late, but that yellow card could prove to be a crucial turning point in this game. And I've just noticed there that it was actually Charles Olivon who went to the sin bin, not the fly half, Matthew Jalabert. As the kickoff's underway, and here he is, straight into it, Olivon. He's done nicely. That just goes to show that France did not even touch the ball in the whole time that they had the yellow card. As he's Scotland out wide, it's Darcy Graham again, coming up against Doolan. Oh, that is another great tackle from the French fullback, shutting it down once more. Scotland looking to attack though. Blake Thompson, a couple of touches there from him. As they set up just outside the 22. Price away to his big boys. And a Ferguson, there's Hamish Watson once more. Another big run from the open side flanker. All in control at the moment is Scotland. 14 minutes to play. Price turning it back around the other way. It was Johnny Gray. Eventually it is Blake Thompson. Once more, another carry for the man in the headgear. Here's Price. Somehow slips it out. This time Sander Ferguson cannot hold on. And it's knocked on. Advantage to France. As here he is. Back out the sin bin. Charles Olivon.
Release.
Carry for him. As now France look to build from inside their own 22. Almost breaking away. There was Vincent. Dupont got short. A big charging run. Nicely. Oh, and another forward knock on there. Bernard Leroux was finding room on the left, but of course they did have advantage, France. So they get away with that one. He fired it out wide, looking for Damien Pinot, who's just been nowhere in this game tonight. And I've gone. Oh, look at this. A scrum turnover from Scotland. They've turned it over just outside the 22. Chance to attack. Graham off his wing, running hard on the line. Turns it back inside to Watson. Watson just outside the 22. Sander Ferguson, first man there. Ali Price goes short. Now the forward's going to have a run. It's eventually back to the big number one, Rory Sutherland, who charged into contact. Away to the right-hand side. Now George Turner has a go.
Not releasing.
Penalty France! Oh, big play releasing the ball in the tackle. George Turner gives the last chance to France. Oh, it's a tap. It's a tap. That's a really bizarre call. Eventually they break away. Vincent though, oh, beautifully away to the big winger, Gabon Valero, who just about did something special. Short play, and almost going through was Bailey again. He's been in the match a lot tonight as well. France looking to rumble now. Leroux with another carry inside the Scottish half. Here he is again, Olivon, great offload from him, finding Machans, and eventually they take it down to the 10-metre line. It is full time, we are all over, this is the last phase play, and it will decide the victor of this matchup. Olivon, another short carry from him, Fiku hands on to one, and he busts it through the middle. Aldrin, oh, he's offloaded, it was stolen, it's in touch, it is all over. Nothing they can do about that. France put an arm on the sideline as Scotland hang on right to the bitter end. Well, they didn't take the lead until very late in the game. And a big bust from Gregory Aldrin almost sealed some sort of a special late comeback. His pass, though, was off the mark, and Pinot could do nothing with that. It's 2 tries to the big number 6, Anthony Geelong. That is all they needed. Chris Harris and Darcy Graham for Scotland. The big difference, though, the penalty goal to Finn Russell. The only kick that went over the sticks. Scotland dominated this game, and they would have been aggrieved if they didn't come away with the victory. 61% of possession, 67% of territory. How they didn't win by more will never be known, but there was a big tackle count in this game. Well over 100 tackles, 119 if you want to be exact. But it was the hands of players like Gal Fiku, who was normally so solid, that let them down tonight. Bryce Doolan was immense in the back, and there was a lot to talk about in this game. 13-10, the final score. Scotland come away with an unlikely victory here at Stade de France. It has been a fantastic game to bring you, and I hope that we will get to see this game in future as well. But from me and the Six Nations, it is good night, goodbye, and take care.